Hey gang, we're Allie and Dan and welcome back to our channel. On today's episode, you're gonna see the harsh realities of a van life breakdown.
I want to be known right now.
It's okay.
To get you up to speed, we spent Thanksgiving and Christmas living in beautiful sunny Baja, Mexico.
We high-fived! Yay!
My family flew down and joined us for a memorable holiday celebration.
In early January, we packed up our van and started to make our journey north towards the US border.
We're back in Helen!
We were so excited to start the new year vlogging in the mountains.
But that's when everything abruptly changed. We found out that our van's transmission was completely broken and Helen couldn't drive at all.
It doesn't really feel fair.
On top of that, the smallest member of our family, Piggy, was still recovering from a really scary dog attack. With so many unexpected turns, the stress was starting to pile up, but we needed to find solutions on how to get Helen back on the road. And that's where we're picking up today.
Knock, knock. Babe? There's my babe.
I woke up today feeling a little more hopeful and feeling like today is a solution day.
Woo!
So I felt a little sorry for myself, very sad for Helen yesterday. But today we've got a number of things to tackle and I'm hoping in all of it we find a solution for our casa.
I guess we'll just give you a little bit of an update too on Pig's injury. Lately, the last maybe 2 days, day and a half, she's been itching with her back foot, her stitching, and there's one area of concern right here. You see that lower area?
But thankfully, the vet is actually from La Paz and we are in La Paz, so we're gonna have him come over and just...
Yeah, I'm gonna text him.
It might just need to be cleaned up and
have
stuff put on it again.
We need to get in touch with Jose over at De La Rosa
Maybe
mechanic
we need
shop.
to bring Jose a treat and a coffee.
Ooh. Yeah, maybe. Probably, yes.
I mean, even just to thank him for letting us keep Helen in his garage last night.
We should
really
do that.
should. Just
yeah,
show
that's a
up
great
later.
idea. Actually, I didn't really. That's a very good idea. What should we bring him?
Plate of tacos? I don't
He's like, I'm a vegetarian.
He didn't look like a vegetarian.
No.
Progress update, y'all. I have a number of different postings on different Facebook groups, and people have been messaging and asking questions, and I have many people looking into transportation, getting the van up to the States, and also I have calls into some part stores in the US looking for transmissions for me.
I will give you a call back as soon as we have an answer.
Okay, thank you so much. We also have Jose looking for transmissions. I'm looking up the part number so we can start looking. I found a few on eBay. Just searching all options.
I just got a text from Jose.
What is it?
Come over here.
Are you lying to me?
I'm not lying to you. I just got a sneak preview of it, so I want you to sit next to me.
We have a replacement transmission. Let me translate this one so I have an exact. 85,000 pesos in 15 days to arrive. Or, this just came in, a used transmission for 55,000 pesos in 10 days. I'm gonna tell him that we'll just come over there and talk to them and see what they think, because I'd like to get their opinion on it.
Yeah, because I need to know if it's like a certified used transmission and how many miles are on it.
Okay, so labor is 6,000 pesos. That's like $300.
Holy
To replace
crap.
a transmission vlog, wow. 85,000 divided by 20, so that's about 4,200 for a new transmission. 55,000 divided by 20 is about 2,750 for a new transmission. So, or for a used, excuse me. So,
Well, it's about $2,000 more.
this is, I mean, babe, you woke up saying, for me, this feels really good. Does this feel good for you?
Definitely. I knew it was going to be a long wait time, but
It could be.
we'll figure it out. We're going to figure it out.
You know what I want to check? With the wait times, I want to check the wind forecast.
is rebuilt ones. People think that's new, but it isn't new. It's rebuilt, and that means other people that are not the manufacturer have been in the transmission monkeying around with it. You know, so factory fresh is with the used transmission is a better bet in my eyes, unless you know what kind of a warranty and the reputation of the company that rebuilt it. You know.
Okay. All right. So I think it's time to head over to the mechanic and try and use his sister as a translator to get some questions answered about the 2 different options that we have from him. I am still talking to some towing companies, but I am leaning towards getting it fixed here. I don't know. We'll just have to go see what feels right.
Mm-hmm. Okay guys, we just got to the mechanic shop and Helen's out in the street. We're gonna talk to the mechanic here soon and just kind of see what the situation looks like, and I don't know, get some information.
Hello,
Hello.
this is Claudia.
Hi Claudia, this is Allie and Daniel.
Hello.
I just wondered if you could please translate for us a few questions for both of the engines so we can decide which one we want.
Okay.
I wonder for the used transmission, how many miles,
Uh-huh.
and if it is certified, any information of where it comes from?
The transmission?
The
Yes,
used one.
The used one.
Okay.
Es que bueno, le dimos las 2 opciones. La que es reconstruida es 2020, el carro 2019.
Hello. He told me that the fuel transmission is year 2020, and it's at the United States. And the new transmission is in the agency.
Yeah.
It's new. He told me that your car is year 2090,
Yes.
Yes.
and the transmission of the United States is year 2020.
Okay, and do you know how many miles are on the...
No, he don't told me how many miles, but he told me that it's almost new.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we just maybe think about it? I mean, do you have any more questions?
No, let's let's do a pros and cons list, and then we...
You did that for me, for dating me, right?
I did.
That worked out pretty well.
Well...
The cons are starting to add up come time. Anyways, hopefully the transmission doesn't have that problem too. Okay guys, we grabbed some essentials from the fridge so nothing went to waste, and we are going to head back to our casa and do a pros and cons list, just kind of make some final decisions. It's actually easier to talk to him over text. That way we don't have to involve his sister, who I'm sure doesn't want to spend all day translating. Put my hair as a con.
I mean, the pros of a new one, you seemingly get more miles out of it. If it's a proper one, like from Mopar, which you said it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes longer, but 5 days in the grand scheme of things is really not, I feel like, what is gonna weigh our decision one way or the other. The trouble with us being on the move is that we are then going to be leaving. So if anything should happen after it gets put in, we're not gonna know until
Well, we're obviously
far
gonna
away.
check it a bunch, but yeah. Your dad said rebuild.
But I wanted to know how many miles are on it, and he didn't know.
He said it wasn't it was close to new is what he was told. But yeah, I mean, we don't know.
It's a question that actually we should not even make a decision until we know.
Okay.
It's something that shouldn't really be very difficult to get unless somebody's being shady about it.
A few moments later.
Okay, Jose just got back. He said it will be 0 kilometers because it's rebuilt to 0 kilometers.
Oh, so it's a proper, okay. Well, that makes sense. I actually wish that I could get the opinion of every single one of you as to whether we should go with the rebuild or the
Oh, we could do a
new.
Google form maybe on some of ours, but by the time this vlog's out, we're gonna hopefully be closer to the finish line than where we're at today. Anyways, okay, so I think rebuilt sounds pretty smart.
Yep.
It's coming from the US, which means it was rebuilt in the US.
Let's go with the rebuild.
Okay, that's a decision.
I pray it's the right decision.
It is. There's a reason why you're being drawn to it.
Okay.
Anyways, okay, let's put the vlog down for a second and figure out what we need to decide on next.
So we're gonna tell Jose that's what we're going with.
Yep.
So
Big
we're gonna
moment.
feel the motion, and we'll pick you back up when we decide what to do with our lives and our puppy doggies and our stuff and Helen in the meantime.
Sounds good. Woo!
1 hour later.
I just talked to Jose, and it's a father-son mechanic shop. You guys have seen it already in the vlog. He wants us to pay him with cash or transfer. He can't do credit card. Credit card, we're protected in a sense. So that's my only concern. I don't have any reason not to
Do they
trust
want
him.
us to pay him now?
See.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's $2,700 cash, 55,000 pesos. Giving these guys that we met yesterday $3,000.
And our van.
Well, the van I understand. They're like, yeah, we can keep it here. And this was what I was afraid of. I really was hoping he had a credit card machine.
It might be worth it to look into other options because it's a lot of money. Piggy's vet Rodrigo has just showed up.
We ran into some vehicle troubles.
Oh, well.
So we're trying to figure out what we were supposed to be on our way to the U.S. border by now, but we're going to be in La Paz, La Ventana possibly for the next maybe 2-3
You can
weeks.
consider a bad luck, good luck.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
we're finding silver linings, as they say. Good luck
Okay.
in a bad situation.
How do you say it?
Silver linings is like a term. It means like something bad is happening, but there's a positive to it as well,
Okay.
because we get to make sure that we get to see you again, which is very, very comforting.
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
My mom says, how do you translate it? All stuffs happen for
For a reason.
for a reason. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. You're doing better. You're not shaking anymore, girly. Rodrigo did make a good point about the referral from the dealership to those gentlemen. So
Yeah,
that's
if we go now, we might be able to catch the dealership while they're open and ask them what they think.
maybe I'll just go, and if you want to stay and just watch Peggy,
Yeah.
do what you need to do. Okay, so I'm gonna ride over there, and we need to start. Man, this is just one little hiccup. It's kind of turning into a big hiccup. All right, let's do it. Okay, vlog, I'm just gonna pull off this busy road here and give you guys a little bit of an update that I just got 5 minutes ago. The mechanic shop where Helen is right over there. I just drove by, can see Helen from here. She's safely tucked away inside, just like last night. I have no worries about that. But my main reason for coming up here was to go visit the dealership, the Ram Jeep dealership, and talk to the guy there because he speaks English, and it's a Mopar dealership, which is the brand that you'd see in the US at a dealership. I was expecting just to get kind of a confirmation on what we were gonna do and just see what the vibe was. And so I've got the vibe. Let's put it that way. I've got the vibe. The vibe is, unfortunately, I asked him, I said, hey, Jose says he can get us a new transmission for 85,000 pesos or a used rebuilt one for 55,000. We're thinking about going with the rebuilt one. You know, I just wanted to see like what you thought about that. And he's like, no, there's no transmission. He's like, we don't have any transmission. I talked to Jose today. I told him we can't find any transmissions. And he's like, if you know someone in the US that can call around, maybe you can get a transmission brought down here. And I'm like, what? It all just started to feel really weird because he was like, okay, well, you need to give me 55,000 pesos or we don't have a credit card machine, which, I mean, that would have been a nightmare too now because I've lost all faith in this transaction, which really, really stinks because I was hoping to just get reassurance that, hey, yeah, you know, they can do the work. We talked to them, yada, yada, yada. We recommended them to you. And I kind of at the very end was like, why is he telling me that he has one and you're telling me no, not at all? Like he was like, no, there's no transmissions. We can't find one. It would be months out if we did, yada, yada, yada. And he's like, it's a very expensive thing. I don't know. And I was like, okay, that's enough of an answer for me that this deal is unfortunately off. And I'm going to kind of be hush hush about it until tomorrow when we can get access to Helen and have her brought somewhere, towed. I just don't know. I need to go talk to Allie. This is a big pivot and it just really stinks because I felt like we had a big win today this morning. We were up here and now we're kind of coming back down. I think we just need to stay at a baseline of doing what feels right. And this obviously, I have to trust my gut on this one. And it's a big no for me to work with these gentlemen, and certainly to give them any amount of money right now is just out of the question. So I'm gonna go ride back to Allie and report out to her and just see what the situation is.
Who goes there?
'Tis me. Hi, doggies. Okay, so let's have a seat on the couch. I rode by and saw Helen was packed away securely in the dealership, or in the, whatchamacallit. So then I rode over to the dealership and I talked to Pacho, our amigo, from yesterday. Yeah. And I said, hey, I'm just here to get ask you a question on the transmission issue we had. You sent us to De La Rosa yesterday. We went and talked to them. They diagnosed it. It's a, and he's like, yeah, I know. He's like, I talked to Jose today. It's a transmission needs to be repaired. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, he said he found a used one in the US that's been rebuilt, and he said that, or a new one is, that would take 2 weeks to get here. For this much, yada yada. He's like, there's no transmissions. That's what he said. Well, I was like, well, he said he found one from the US, from somebody in the US that can send one down. But I'm just concerned. But I was just curious what you thought, because we have to pay him for it before we can get it. And he's like, yeah, I talked to Jose today. He's like, I told him there's no transmissions. He's like, if you guys can talk around the US with people he's like, you might be able to get one shipped down here, but we can't get one at all. I talked to him today. I'm like, well, that's weird, because he's telling me that very confidently that it's no problem. He can have one here in 10 days for a used one, or 2 weeks for a new one, yada yada yada. But I have to pay him 55,000 pesos, and I'm like, why would he tell me that? He's like, he was starting to get a little weird. Like, he didn't want to throw his buddy under the bus, but he was also like, I don't know what the heck he's telling you. And so at that point, I was like, should I trust this guy? And he's like, it's a lot of money, and new transmission, lots of money. He's like, I would go with the new one. He said that. But everything was just like, whoa, holy crap. That changes everything.
1000%.
I'm not going to say anything to him. He sent me, look at what he sent me. I mean, he straight up wants me to put money in his account. That's like, that's a bank card right there. That's a bank card. That money ain't coming back. How are you going to...
Y'all, we're back at square one.
That's what I said too.
But at least we didn't lose $3,000.
That's a positive. Silver linings. Yeah, that was the best 20 minutes I've spent in a while.
I was skeptical for some
Well,
reason.
it started to get very, we should have known nothing is that easy. I just don't see why he would do that. Like, is he just trying to scam me that hard? I mean, that's a grade A textbook scam.
What was he gonna do if it didn't show up? Just keep pushing
There
it
was
back and
never
pushing
gonna
it
be
back?
one. He was just gonna tell us, oh, sorry, I don't know.
But before we tell him we're not giving him the money, we have to come up with a solution for Helen because
Well, yeah,
he
we're gonna-
has Helen.
I know. We're gonna I'm just gonna say, okay, I will look into this now. And then tomorrow we'll go tow Helen.
We'll fly to San Diego tomorrow or whenever day it'll be available, and I will physically drive it myself down here to where I am.
Okay, so you're trying to pick it up here in San Diego, right?
I'll do whatever it takes. I live in my van and I just need to get it back running.
Gotcha. Let me put you in a brief hold in real quick and I'll be back again. Let me see if I can sort that like right away. Give me just a second, nothing happened. Okay?
Thank you.
Right.
Hello, man?
Hello?
Hello? Yes. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna try to call the source that we can try to get it from.
Okay.
We're gonna try to get a price and availability on it. But
Okay.
we do know that this is probably gonna take a while for us to get this transmission. So if you can give us like 10 minutes, then we'll give you a call back real quick.
Sure. It's gonna take you. Oh,
10 minutes.
okay, sure. Why don't I give you a call back?
See if the Mexican.
Yeah, in about 10 minutes or so, that'd be fine.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Okay, it's been 8 minutes since our second call in. We gave him the VIN number as you guys saw, so now we're like, the suspense is killing me. I don't even have the brain power to figure out how we're gonna get it down here. That's a small problem. This is a big problem, getting a transmission. The highs and lows we've experienced in the last, 8 hours has been pretty epic. With the lowest point of this entire catastrophe was half an hour ago. Any minute now, we're gonna call these guys back. And if we can just secure this, that feeling will be so sweet.
It'll be a sense of relief if we can secure the transmission.
From an American company.
Yeah.
I mean, this is huge.
Let's make the call. Are we ready to make the call?
Thanks for calling back on a bunch of batteries. This is Louie, how can I help you?
Hey Louie, it's Allie calling back.
Okay, so I have a price, but there is no availability on these because I try to call everywhere and I've been getting the same answer. Because this could be back up to a month to maybe even a year.
Are these new ones or are they like certified rebuilds or you don't know?
For any of them, for the new and the remanufactured ones.
Okay.
They don't even have like an estimated time for the back order. But the back order is really backed up. Especially because we can't get any like international parts in, like from China and stuff like that. Everything's just backed up. So this could take a month, or this could take probably like a year to even get.
Okay. Is there like a waiting list that we can get on or?
I mean, yeah, if we could try to order it, but we do not have an estimated time.
Yeah.
So this could take a really long time. That's what it's looking like.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. This is literally the end of Helen.
This was a true feeling of hopelessness. We were stranded in Mexico and all of our options had dried up.
I put my entire heart into building Helen. The thought of losing my home so soon felt like the suffocating weight of 1,000 bricks on my chest.
This is my life. This is everything I am.
everything.
We're gonna get through it. There's at least 2 options right now. There's other options besides just that. There's 2 now that I'm looking at.
On eBay?
Yes, that can be shipped to a location that we can get it, so we're not dead in the water yet. And we can get it up to the US and deal with it there if these 2 don't pan out.
We gotta get out of La Paz because
Our Airbnb's up and
I
there's
don't want to
nothing
stay
here for
here
us.
anyways. We at least have friends and a community in La Ventana.
So I'm gonna book a tow for tomorrow. I'm going to
Can you come in the morning?
I'm gonna try first thing. I'm gonna get us over there.
The only thing is I hope it's not weird getting our van tomorrow.
It's not gonna be. We're just gonna show up and tell them like, hey, we just have to bring this to the US. We don't have any options. I'm sorry, we can't do it here. And we'll kick them a little bit of money for their troubles moving it, and then we'll be done. And I'm not even gonna bring up the transmission. I'm just gonna say, hey, we gotta go. That's it for this episode, guys. This was a huge day. I mean, this was highs and lows. We're gonna get through this, but we just need to stay focused, and we've got a temporary plan in place, and I like it for now. So let's see what tomorrow brings, and we'll bring you guys along, of course. Babe, what do you have to say?
I can't even take a deep breath right now. So I feel like somebody's literally standing on my chest. I hope tomorrow's a brighter day.
Okay, guys, we appreciate you. We love you guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next episode. Adios.